Hey everybody, it's Haley, and today for the FIFA World Cup, we're going to make some World Cup cake pops. Honestly, I'm not exactly sure how I want to decorate these. I'm either thinking like little soccer balls. You could do like flag colors for whatever team you're rooting for. That would be a really easy decoration to do if you're like, oh no, it's too hard to make cake pops. Anyway, let's get started. So first off, for cake pops, you got to bake the cake first. And you can use whatever cake recipe you want. It doesn't have to be vanilla. I just happen to have this left over from something else we did. So I'm going to use this up. It's a white cake mix. But you can use your favorite cake recipe. It could be chocolate cake. It could be lemon cake. It could be whatever you want. Just follow those directions for making it because I'm obviously not making the same one as you. I'll link some really yummy cake recipes below that I have. And we're going to whisk this all together. Okay, we're done mixing, and now we're going to bake this. Again, follow the directions for whatever cake you're using, and I'm just using a 9x13 pan. Make sure you spray your pan, or you line it with parchment because you want to make sure your cake comes out. We don't want it sticking. Then you're going to have a lot of crispy edges. That won't be good for your cake pops. Also, if you're not using a non-stick pan and you're not using parchment either, it's good to use oil and flour. This is a baking spray with flour, which is probably not the best for your health, but it's what I'm using today, so oh well. And I'm gonna pour this all in. Ooh, looks very cake-like. All right, let me give it a little shake to even it out, and we're ready to bake this. And I'll see you guys when it's done. Okay, we're back, and this next part you want to do almost as soon as you take the cake out of the oven. Not right away, because it'll probably be too hot and burn your hands, but almost as soon as you take it out, because if you mash up the cake while it's still hot, then you might not need to add like any frosting or anything extra to it. Got some, I think I'm gonna not use the edges for now because the edges are more crispy and I think that's gonna mess it up. Pretty good. It's hot, and I let this cool for like 5 minutes. It's still really hot. Okay, so just keep kneading the cake until it comes together to be almost like a cookie dough consistency, more like a crumbly cookie dough. So you want it to get to like this consistency, and I did not even have to add any frosting to that. So just keep kneading it until you get there. But if you're using old cake, or like cake that you baked a day ago and it's not warm, then you can just mash up that cake and then add some frosting to help hold it together. Okay, once you're ready to shape the cake pops, you got a few different options. So one thing I've seen people do is like roll out the dough and then cut it into whatever shape you want. So that's really cool if you want to do different shapes for your cake pops. If you want to use no extra equipment, you can just roll it by hand, just roll it into little balls. And sometimes it can turn out a little messy or not perfect, but it still works, still tastes good. And then the way I'm going to do it today is by using a mold. So I've got this little circle mold, which I think is a really great size for cake pops. A large circle mold, not exactly the size of like the cakesicles people always make, but those are really big anyway. Technically this is an egg bite mold, but we don't need to talk about that. I couldn't find a cakesicle mold for some reason at the store, so this is what we're going with. Okay, and then make sure you just wash your hands before you do this. If you don't have gloves, just wash your hands. And what I'm going to do is just take some of this lovely cake. Oh my gosh, it doesn't even look like cake. It's so weird. We're going to squish this into the mold. Make sure you pack it in really tight. That way there's no gaps or holes at the bottom. And then after I do that, I'm going to use this bench scraper to make it really nice and even on the top. Okay, using the bench scraper to just scrape off the top. You could also use a knife to do this. And then I'm just going to press it down once again to make it super flat. Alrighty, And then since this is a silicone mold, they're gonna come out really easily. That's why I got this one specifically. I'm gonna dump it out. Should come out without problems. Please, yay! Super cute. And then I'm gonna stick a popsicle stick or a wooden stick into them. I actually thought I had popsicle sticks and then I didn't. So then over here, I'm melting my white chocolate. Before you stick the stick into the cake pop, you want to dip it in the white chocolate to help it stay in. Yeah. I'm going to stick these in the freezer until they are super hard and the chocolate is hardened. This is what happened when I tried to add food dye. Because I didn't use gel dye, I used liquid food dye. So make sure you don't use liquid dye. It has to be gel dye if you're working with white chocolate, because otherwise this will happen. That's why I said, you know, white chocolate's so finicky when you're working with it. And these are melting chocolates too. So they're made to melt. It's not just regular white chocolate. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, you guys, so this is starting to seem a little bit more like a project for tomorrow because it's 1 a.m. I'm very tired. You can probably see that my eyes are red. And also the cake pops are still chilling, and I just realized I don't have black food dye. I had a container of black gel dye. My hands died. I had a container of black gel dye, but it was like so empty, and it also looked purple instead. So that was weird. And I will do that tomorrow. Okay, it is a new day. We're starting fresh. I got a good night's sleep. For some reason, my white chocolate was just not melting. I tried melting it in my little candy melting pot, and then also in a double broiler over the stove, and maybe it was just too old because I've had that for a while, so I'm not sure if that's why. But I have some new white chocolate here. These are bright white candy melts. Artificial vanilla flavored. That's a little sad. Also, sorry if my voice sounds a little weird. I've been dealing with the worst allergies ever. So if you're planning to make cake pops at home and you want the most stress-free way, I would definitely recommend buying pre-dyed candy melts. So these are black candy melts, and I'm going to use these for obviously the soccer ball. You can dye your white candy melts, but you just have to be super careful because, again, white chocolate and candy melts, they're so finicky. And make sure you only use gel food dye if you do try to dye it yourself. So that's why I got these black candy melts. But another option would just be to use some regular chocolate chips, like semi-sweet or dark chocolate chips. They'll be more of a dark brown than a black, but it'll taste really good and they're way easier to work with. Alrighty, so I'm gonna start by melting a cup, and we'll see if that's enough. And then I'm gonna add a teaspoon of coconut oil to the white chocolate just to help it out extra. You wanna do this so that you can coat them better, because otherwise it'll be too thick to coat them. And you can use coconut oil or vegetable shortening. If you get water into it or milk or butter, then it makes the chocolate seize up. So I'm gonna microwave this for 30 seconds, and then we're gonna stir it really good, and then keep microwaving it for very short intervals. And I'm just doing the white right now. I'm not trying to melt all my colors all at once, because white chocolate can also harden really quickly, especially if your house is cold or you're just in a cold place. Then it'll harden really quickly and you won't be able to coat what you're using it for, so I'll end up having to melt this again later. I'm gonna stir this really, really well. It's not really melting yet, but we just wanna stir the heat around. Okay, I just did 30 more seconds, and this might be enough to melt it all the way. It's not melted all the way when you take it out, but after stirring it, the residual heat should melt it. It's hard to see this because it's white. But that's how it looks right now, and I'm gonna keep stirring. The reason we're doing this in short intervals is because if you overheat your chocolate, that can also make it seize up and become really hard to work with. Okay, I transferred my chocolate into this cup, and I'm gonna dip, and then gotta dip fast, because if I don't dip fast, it's gonna get too cold. I tap it a little bit, tippy tap. There we go. So I was testing out my chocolate, and this one, my chocolate was still a little bit too thick. This one, my chocolate was a great consistency.
So it looks like this. And I think I added about a tablespoon of coconut oil, but you just want to start with a teaspoon because you don't want to overdo it. Also, you want to make sure that your chocolate is warm still, because if it's not warm, it won't coat them. It'll just get all chunky. And these are already hardened, see? Okay, we've got all our beautiful cake pops. Ignore the one at the end. That one's gonna be one for taste testing. Now I'm gonna melt my black candy melts. Okay, I added just a tiny bit of oil to the black candy melts. This is what it looks like. We don't want it too runny. Then I'm gonna put it in my piping bag. All right, my first soccer balls are not going the way I hoped. I realized my chocolate is hardening really fast because there's air blowing right where I'm at. So I'm melting it again. I added a little bit more oil. Okay, our soccer cake pops are finally done, and I've been waiting to try these, so let's try one. Also, let me know in the comments which team you're rooting for to win the World Cup this year. It's a big bite. That's good. It's a really nice cake texture. Look at that texture on the cake. Very dense and moist, and I didn't even have to add frosting to it, so it's not overly sweet on the inside. Well, anyway, thank you for watching and baking with me today. Again, let me know in the comments who you're rooting for to win the World Cup, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!